Hello, everyone. I'm Blayne Gilmer. Welcome to Southeastern 14, daily coverage of the best conference in all of college sports. We've got football, of course, that is cranking up right now. We also have great basketball coverage and baseball coverage here, something that LSU, who we're going to be talking about in football, knows something really well about with the baseball coming off their national championship there. But it's all about football, and we're going to go game by game for the LSU Tigers in 2023 and give our predictions of how LSU will fare during the regular season here in 2023. It all gets kicked off in Orlando this weekend as LSU tries to revenge a loss from last year against Florida State. So here we go. Let's kick off their game-by-game predictions. I think they do get that revenge. LSU is better defensively. They're going to wreak havoc on the front seven. Even if Mason Smith is not there, people forget that Mekhi Wingo is a first-team AP All-American. Harold Perkins can be moved all over. Brian Kelly had the quote and said, hey, last year he was playing athlete. This year he's playing linebacker. He has learned the system better there under Brian Kelly in year two. And I'm telling you right now, when it comes to not knowing where he is on the field, they added Omar Spates in there. I think that front seven is going to help out the back end of that defense. They're going to pressure Jordan Travis and prevent him from hitting those wide receivers down the field. I think Xander stepped up a lot, Deuce Chestnut, those kind of guys on the back end. But I think that front seven is going to be the difference. And then I just love this LSU offense in year two with Jayden Daniels leading it. So give me LSU in a close one there. I think they win by probably 4 or 5 points over there in Orlando. LSU wins game one against Florida State. And of course, they'll take care of business against Grambling. It's great for, LSU and Grambling to have that kind of game. Obviously LSU needs to fill out the schedule. Grambling needs money. So a win-win for both of them. Then they're going to travel to Mississippi State. LSU at Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State is a team that is going to be better than people think, but LSU is going to have too many weapons, especially on the perimeter, guys. People don't realize just how good LSU is going to be at that wide receiver position. Aaron Anderson added into the mix is lightning in a bottle. I think he is going to be a guy that can really come in and make some key plays, 4, 5, 6 touches throughout the game, whether it's special teams or offense. They have to get him the football. Mike Denbrock said as much in camp, and you add him to Malik Neighbors, Kyron Lacey, Brian Thomas. I mean, they have a plethora of weapons, plus Mason Taylor at tight end, Chris Hilton. I mean, it goes on and on for LSU, and I think the perimeter will be the difference in that game. I think they'll win at home versus Arkansas. I think they get a good break with this one being at home because Arkansas, I think, was a little bit – they were as physical as LSU wanted last year. I think that if this one was in Fayetteville this year, I might lean towards the Hogs. That's how much I like KJ Jefferson and Rocket Sanders and what they have going on. Dan Eno's coming back. But the experience, the continuity, the playmakers, the Baton Rouge environment give me LSU to win that game. I like LSU going on the road to Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss has the depth that they need this year to be a significant factor in the SEC West. They have good player in Quinshon Judkins, but I don't know what they have on the outside around him. I don't think they have enough weapons to challenge people. I know Lane Kiffin is great at scheming people up, but I think this LSU defense is going to stymie that Ole Miss offense even in Oxford. I also like LSU to go on the road and win at Missouri. However, weird stuff happens in Como, and this Missouri team is going to have 9 seniors starting on their defense. Plus, they've got 3 or 4 more seniors, whether they're true seniors or graduates or whatever that are going to be involved over there defensively. So they've got 12, 13 guys that have been around a long time on that defense and know how to play, know how to frustrate really good teams. They should have beat Georgia at home last year. So just be wary, LSU, as you go in there. I think LSU comes out with a victory, but it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Going to Missouri after that stretch they just went through, not an easy deal, but LSU comes out on top. I think they come out on top at home against Auburn. I just think too much talent, too much depth right now, too much separation in those rosters for Auburn to go into Baton Rouge and win. Give me the LSU Tigers over the Auburn Tigers. Army, a really unique game. To have Army just plop right into the middle of the schedule here, good for LSU. I think this is great for college football anytime that the service academies can go into these big environments. We saw Army almost go into Oklahoma a few years ago and upset them. So anytime that our service academies can get involved and get these kind of games, these high-profile games, I'm all for it. It's unique to prepare for, a lot of option-style football, things of that nature. So, it's going to be a little bit different preparation-wise, but good for LSU for scheduling this one. They'll overwhelm Army in the end here with their talent and depth. I do think LSU loses on the road to Alabama. However, that is only one loss, and I have Alabama losing at A&M before this game. So that would be a tie right there. Alabama holding the tiebreaker as of now. But we got to get through the rest of this schedule. Listen, Nick Saban, it's hard to beat him 2 years in a row, especially when they've got it circled in the offseason. And I just think that going into Bryant-Denny and the environment that they're going to bring, by then I think their quarterback situation will be worked out, and they're really, really going to be good defensively. I think that all adds up to a close loss for LSU at Tuscaloosa this year. But the SEC championship hopes are not doused because, like I said, 1-1 at this point in the season, and we'll talk about more of it as we go on. They're going to go back home and beat Florida. Florida's not going to be good this year. LSU is going to be good this year. It's really not a complicated deal. This rivalry, crossover rivalry each and every year. Who knows if that remains intact? I doubt it does as we go to 2024 with the way things are going to change and stuff like that. But LSU and Florida, it's always an intense game. But this year, Florida just doesn't have the horses to run with LSU. Give me LSU to win that one at home. Georgia State, listen, not a team that you can just show up and sleepwalk against because they're starting to build momentum over there as a program. We're getting better and better athletes out of the Atlanta area, but LSU should overwhelm Georgia State at home. And then I think they're going to avenge their loss from last year where they went to College Station right before the SEC championship game and lost. I think they will take care of business at home. It'll probably be a night game environment. Baton Rouge is going to be crazy. Give it to me. But also the biggest thing from that weekend, I think that Auburn will defeat Alabama in the Iron Bowl at Auburn at Jordan-Hare Stadium, and that will give LSU the SEC West. They will be 11-1 and go to the SEC championship game to face Georgia in a rematch from a year ago. This LSU team is going to be very, very good. Like I said, I really love the jump that LSU will make offensively with Jayden Daniels as the second-year quarterback in the system. It is totally different when you know you're going to be the guy, when you know that you've had all offseason to build a rapport with the offensive coordinator, with the wide receivers, and also you're not worried about everybody telling you, hey, when he was coming in from Arizona State, the issue was turnovers. Don't turn the ball over. You can't do that in the SEC here and there. I think he's going to have a little bit more not play reckless, but he's going to play a little bit more loose. He's going to take more shots down the field. I think you're going to see some more comfortability out of him. And that offensive line is a year older. Emory Jones, Will Campbell, freshman tackles last year. Now they have that experience under their belt. We've talked about what they have on the perimeter. I think the running back position will be even better with Logan Diggs having come in, helping fortify that deal. And they'll have a ton of weapons. The defense, the front seven is going to be outstanding. So give me LSU to go 11-1 and return to the SEC championship game in the last year of its current iteration before they change up all the divisions and no more divisions and things like that as we head into the 12-team college football playoff era in 2024 with Texas and Oklahoma coming into the SEC. Realignment abounds. So that is my prediction here on Southeastern 14 for LSU game by game in 2023. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Tell us what you think about LSU in 2023. And we will talk to you guys soon about more SEC football, all the content you could want, game by game predictions, betting tips, reaction on Saturday to all the games, everything. We go live, stuff, for everything you could want right here on Southeastern 14. And we'll catch you soon to talk more SEC football.